Welcome to Dave's Drama Diner, episode 45. I am your host and patron, Devious Dave Rose. And as always, let's start off the show by showing our gratitude and appreciation for all those who have chosen to spend their time with us here today. We've got Z the Reaper, Danimal, E-Rock, It's Bullsy, It's the Costanza, the man with two first names, Derailed News and Podcast, Steve Callan, Inspector Todd, and I'm sure a few more will be showing up in the chat. There's Jerifor the Third, showing off his fancy cowboy hat. The man who wields the shiny wrench, Chad. J. Diz. Well, let's get going with this meal. We've got a lot of good quality planned out for you. I did not actually expect to do this, but like I say, when we get fresh produce, fresh meat, we don't freeze it. We don't fry it and then store it. No, it must be served to the people on that day. Because if not, why even have a diner? Again, we're not one of those fast food chains. It's all fresh here, and it's all recent. There's no expiry dates because we consume it the day of its, or at least as close to the day of its cultivation as possible. Now, granted, the two things that I will be showing. Well, sorry, there's more things, but there's a few things that I'll be showing. Some of the stuff's a little bit, well. No. It's not dated, but a few days have passed. But, some things, like Soviet Stroganoff, does require a little bit of fermentation. And, knowing Danny MT's alcohol blood level, you know that there's definite fermentation there. So, let's get to this. We're going to do a little actually backwards action here. I know it's a little strange, but we're just going to have to do it this way. Why? Because I said so. Now, first we're going to review a 9-minute clip, just about, minus 7 minutes, or 7 seconds, that was aired on November 7th, 2021. And, this includes a well-known communist of the community communist. As we know, the Russians, under their Bolshevik masters, essentially slaughtered numerous people through their programs. And, we're going to hear something very, very interesting here. I hope the Nine Gods, Nicky Nines, is around to hear this, because it will involve him as well. And many others, including myself and Ken. But, the call was made according to this video. You're going to hear it at the end. But a call was made. And, well, I'm your Huckleberry. Let's proceed.
Man, everything's working out perfectly. Perfectly, man. I can't fucking believe it, man. Y'all were dead as fuck, man. A bunch of you just fucking rotten ass fucking garbage, trash. No one wanted to hear it. People fucking saying, man, this community's fucking done, blah, blah, blah. And guess what I did? I upped the ante.
You also just decided to film your ceiling for some reason.
And y'all still talking about it. And I fucking love that. Man, that shit makes my dick.
You're forgettable, and so forgettable. Now just go.
Alright, no homo, but maybe. Y'all motherfuckers keep talking about me. I love it.
I'm talking about many other things, I should say. But, when someone speaks up, isn't it funny? Isn't it funny, people, how these really mentally limited people present you with a catch-22 no-win scenario, aka Kobayashi Maru. So first of all, I don't believe in no-win scenarios. And it's not just Kirk that taught me that. It's life that taught me that. There's always some method. And, well, I'm doing my own thing, and then I get drawn back into things. It's not my fault. And I've proven myself. Again, I'm reviewing this from November 7th. This is from yesterday. But there's been times, and there's other stuff I'm going to review that, is days old or older. And there's been multiple times where I've done that, where I've, not been an impulsive idiot and held my tongue, watched as the pieces fell where they needed to be, because I knew where they were going to fall anyways. It's called precognizance. It's an actual psychic ability. And then bid my time to choose the right moment to act. This is on record already. We already have multiple people admit, I didn't understand why Dave Rose chose to react so long, but when he finally did, it was a fucking knockout. So let's be honest. But let's continue.
I'm in your heads now. So easy to fucking control. So easy to fucking just make you fucking... You don't know what to do with yourself. Like, I don't know.
I know exactly what to do with myself. I do fucking streams when I choose. I like to talk about heady topics, if you want to call them that. And only when it's, brought to the diner, fresh meat, does it need to be served. Usually I like to be on the golf course, or, figuratively speaking. I don't like golf, don't play it, but, let's go with this narrative here. So, I like to be on the golf course as the owner of the diner and stuff, and I don't particularly like having to constantly show up for work and, slave over a hot stove to cook food for potentially unappreciative people. But, sometimes it's got to be done.
I'm so excited with words I can't even fucking come to them. Like, you literally are the dumbest fucking box of rocks that I ever done seen up.
I love that. Hold on, let's rewind it.
Fucking come to him. Like, you literally are the dumbest fucking box of rocks that I ever done seen up in here.
This is just rocks.
You heard me? You heard me? By the way, Ken, like I said before, hilarious. Making these fucking comments, and then you want to suck on a dick to make you seem like, so righteous or whatever. And all you fucks are going to be fucking spitting on each other's dicks later on whenever shit falls out. Like it always does in this community. With it.
Your analogies indicate some sort of obsession, perhaps, with the male genitalia. We've heard this before. I certainly don't delve into that sort of thing. Just the thought of it alone is disgusting. So, I don't understand where this is going.
Everybody. But I will never forget, baby girl. I will never forget that fucking stream you made the other day, and you said you'll bash my head in. You fucking got it. Because you know damn well in fucking hundreds of messages that I'll beat your fucking ass. So,
well, wouldn't it be the more stronger man? Plus, have you not read Sun Tzu's Art of War yet? Are you that stupid? You're an MMA fighter, supposedly, although nobody can seem to get those records, and you're not willing to show your videos either, and have made some excuses. But what is this penchant for constantly, bending the knee to violence? Like, you feel so... Is this what it is? Just explain it to me, Danny. Is this what it is? Tell Stepdaddy Dave. Tell us where the world touched you. Are you so bothered by a statement like that from somebody you've never met in your life. Like, oh, I'm going to bash her face in. That you're going to come out now and act like this? Have you not heard the times where people have said the same thing to me and I've been so uninterested that it really didn't even raise any emotions? You know, when you have somebody like he who shan't be named make direct threats, that's a different story. But this whole like, oh, oh, fuck you, why don't you talk about like that in my face? I'll, beat your ass. It's not like actually, okay, I'm tracking you down. I'm doing these things. It's totally different. So this is more of an emotional response. And yes, granted, let's be honest. Ken has reacted emotionally in the past to other people and threatened, violence on them too. But I mean, the funny thing is that for someone who thinks that they are capable of taking Ken on, rightfully or wrongfully, but okay, let's just go with that. Let's walk it through. If they think that, then why don't they just laugh? Why don't they just laugh like, yeah, sure thing, bud. You're a clown. You're making me laugh. I appreciate it. I give it a free Cirque du Soleil presentation here, but you couldn't win against me, and you can say whatever you want because clearly you can't do shit, blah, blah, blah. That's what a normal person would do, right? Same like as when confronted that you can't speak Russian, you'd pull a Dave Rose and you just start speaking Spanish. Let me correct myself. Castellano, which is a much more cultured version of Spanish. You hear that? They're fucking greasy illegals. But you would do that. You would shit on the Anglos in the chat, not give a fuck about anyone, not understand you, and you'd have a full conversation with that person in the language that you supposedly know and know that you were right. That's what a normal person would do. But I guess things aren't that normal here. Let's continue.
Well, guess what? You got it. Set it up. And also set it up with your Jews that think they're fucking crazy. Like, what? Oh, no, it's just... this is no regular crazy guy. This is a Jewish crazy guy. Oh, no.
I don't understand this. Which Jewish guy is the crazy guy? Ken's friend or Nikki? Even though Nikki's not Jewish.
Can't wait. Set it up. Set it up, or all of you are a bunch of fucking trifling ass bitches. Set it up. Let's get it done. And guess what? I can do this now. Boom. Guess what, baby? I beat my cases. I beat my cases with my fucking sick-ass attorneys. I got the call 2 days ago.
Shouldn't you be a little bit more embarrassed that you were brought to court in the first place? Like, obviously, it was precipitated by some sort of event. And it's obvious, as we've heard in the past, that... it usually seems to come down to the whole lack of self-control. And, well, I mean, here's the thing. Let's be honest here. And I did consider going into the law or becoming a lawyer, approaching the bar. But these people are disgusting. Let's be honest. These people are paid to lie. They're paid to get you off. So even if you committed the crime... they're not concerned with justice. They're concerned with getting you off. Simple as that. And that's why that was one of the biggest things that made me just get disgusted with the entire industry of law, is that it was never about justice. It was never about truth. It was about, let's just get the client off. It's like, but what if we know that he's guilty? Well, we still have that client whatever privilege and shit, and we got to keep... No, I can't stand for that. I can't do that. And that was definitely one thing that really just threw me right off the idea of getting into law. And I probably would have been good at practicing law, whether it would be lying, which just disgusts me, or just fucking hammering hard into people who deserve to be prosecuted and held accountable for justice. But regardless, I think I could have done quite well. But it's just this idea and the relishing of it. The relish. I got off, but you got off on something that you committed. You committed a crime. It doesn't matter whether or not your lawyers argued to get you off that. You still committed those crimes, and you're unrepentant for it.
Cases dismissed. I'm on the loose now, homie. I'm on the loose. And you know where I'm coming,
does that mean...
Kenneth Morton? You know I'm coming to the home that I bought in Brooklyn. So,
Hold on. Let's rewind. Because this thing wasn't responding. But he's on the loose now. So that is obviously... It could be interpreted as a threat because it's, okay, well, now I don't have to worry. I don't have to worry about the law because I'm free and clear. And now he's saying that he's moving to to Brooklyn.
You know where I'm coming, Kenneth Morton? You know I'm coming to the home that I bought in Brooklyn. So, yeah, go ahead and set up your shit.
Why would you move to Brooklyn, for one? Seriously.
And keep making y'all's weird ass,
Now imagine this. Let's change this situation slightly. Imagine Ken isn't Ken. Ken is ABC News, CBS, Fox. Doesn't matter. And then you have Danny still being a drunk psycho. Okay. And, well, one of those news stations making a report he doesn't like. Maybe it's shitting on Putin or something like that, saying Russians are genetically inferior. Well, if he does the same thing that we're just experiencing here, the cops would be swarming his house. Let's be honest. Just straight out threatening, like, oh, let's rewind a bit, hear it again.
Yes, what, I don't even know what to call them. Like, it's not even fucking content, whatever. Like, you're just weird streams. We'll put it that way. You're weird ass streams.
First of all, what's so wrong about weird ass streams? I kind of dig them. I mean, some people have some weird streams. I sometimes have some weird streams, I think. But, and this is coming from a guy that's structured, focused, organized, anti-chaos. I like my shows that I'm involved in to have structure. And I'm sure you've heard Dave Rose in the past get a little frustrated sometimes when things aren't structured. Because then obviously Dave Rose gets proven correct and things devolve into chaos and you got too many people calling or talking and it just all goes to shit. So for me to acknowledge that strange ass streams are actually quite enjoyable and cool, and I do like that flow and sometimes that chaos, I think it should show you, Mr. Soviet, Comrade Sovietsky, that I have some good insight on the matter. Let's continue.
Trying to talk tough, trying to gang together and feel safe, but guess what?
Trying to get together and feel safe. I mean, I could say so much, but you guys, I'm sure you guys are feeling me.
It's really not like that. It's really not. So I'll see you soon. I want to see you give it a shot, which you won't. I bet I'll be sweet.
See, here's the thing. Even if it's a losing battle, and Ken admitted this, no, it was about Filthy, actually. That story was about Filthy. No, but he has talked about him actually facing off against a bunch of people and stuff. So problem is Ken, he does have a big heart. It's too big. But he also has a temper. And, he's emotional sometimes. So, well, it doesn't matter about the odds. He would still throw down. Knowing that maybe there's a potential that he wouldn't win, or even thinking that, but he would still. Here's the thing, though. He's a man of fucking standards. He's a man of conviction. If he gets challenged, he will fight them. Doesn't matter what the odds are. He will stand firm. So he's obviously not a coward. So this whole idea that Danny here is trying to push, fallacious, obviously, of course, fallacious, to say the least. But let's continue.
Why? And as soon as I fucking swang through, the fuck dumbass island you live on, fucking Long Island or whatever.
No, he lives in the gay state, Rhode Island.
Cause I planned on swinging through it and fucking taking a photo or video or whatever, like, look what line I'm crossing. And I just figured anyways you'd have like 10 SWAT teams around me or whatever.
Shout out to Bullsy for the donation. And his comment is, if Danny STD knew Leninism, he would talk about how great it is. Absolutely, Bullsy. Fact is, he has probably no knowledge on the Soviet systems that existed, but he claims, obviously, some sort of superiority from being associated. And I actually have Russian genetics, DNA, whatever the fuck. Western Russian, not the Slavic, or Eastern Mongolian type, in my family. And inevitably in me. But, yeah, he's ignorant. I had family, actually, that lived in Russia back in the late 1800s, and records are sparse and stuff, where they escaped Russia because of all the pogroms that were happening, where they were persecuting all these different people, and, yeah, I mean... This guy, and actually further on, actually, not just the late 1800s, but I would think, yeah, probably into the 20s and 30s. I have access to some of this information, but it's hard to get. Got a couple of birth certificates and such of ancestors from that side of the family. And yeah, there's it's obviously evident that if if he knew about the communist systems that he supports because of his beliefs, he'd probably support them.
That's definitely what I respect from you. Now for you Jews, I don't know. Maybe they want to give it a shot. Ken, I know you don't have the nutsack to do it, so...
Let's rewind. We got a few things in there. A couple of anti-Semitic remarks. Well, sorry, anti-Jew remarks, because, let's be honest. Anti-Semitic means anti-Semitic people, and the Semites were of all different sorts of religions. So, he's not necessarily calling for anti-Arab sentiments, but... we got to be specific here. Ambiguity leads to confusion, does it not? Remember his comments about, drinking the Steinlager outside the concentration camp, but referencing both German and Russian heritage? No, if that's the only type of that occurs was all the rapes that the Russians did on the fucking Germans. That's what happened there. They hate each other. They fucking hated each other back then. They hate each other now. This whole idea, it's clear. It's clear that this guy's fucking pure Soviet. Pure Soviet. And, I'm not a fan of the commies, personally.
That's definitely what I respect from you. Now for you Jews, I don't know. Maybe they want to give it a shot. Ken, I know you don't
Oy vey.
have the nutsack to do it, so... you ain't talking about boxing nothing. Your ass would be dry heaved in fucking 10 seconds. You're morbidly obese, just like the rest.
He's not morbidly obese, actually. And you know what? To be honest, I don't even think Bullfrog qualifies as morbidly obese yet. But he's on the road towards that. Tommy NC. Not morbidly obese, but he is now on the, I would have to say he's now on the obese scale. Bullfrog, due to his bodies, like his height and so forth, yeah, he is obese or he's just about to get there. But neither of them are morbidly just yet. But Ken does a lot of physical activity and stuff, and certainly can't be called either of those words.
Rest of your friends. Excluding Dave Rose, he's a scrawny little twerp.
You mean I'm not fat? You mean I'm not, bulked up on fucking steroids and shit? And, I was actually looking into my BMI and weight and height and so forth. I'm just doing a regular type of self-checkup and stuff. And I'm perfectly within the actual healthy limits. I personally would like to bulk up a little more. I need a little bit more body fat, to be quite honest. I've got basically zero body fat. But, it's all lean fucking Bruce Lee type muscle. But it's fucking cold in Canada. And the only way to fucking stay warm, according to all the fatties, is fucking get a little fucking fat on you. So, I got to bulk up a little bit and, get some fat as well, and maybe that'll help me. But again, according to everything, I'm in perfect health in regards to my body weight, body height, and so forth. And I'm 5'10", 160. That's perfectly. I could be 185. That'd be bulking up a fair bit outside the range of what's usual in BMI. It's not unhealthy necessarily, as long as I can keep up the proper exercise as well as caloric intake and such. But I'm fairly good. I mean, what's bad is that I smoke cigarettes and such. But yeah, to call me scrawny, I guess you could call YR scrawny, but I don't even think he's that scrawny. But what? Because I'm healthy? I'm not a Walmart American who's fucking got like fat storages that stay with them. That's why you're gonna call me that? And okay, so if we're gonna put myself into, say, Danny's position, because I've heard this shit before, but it's like, why am I not making death threats to you or some shit like that? It's like, how dare you call me scrawny? I'm gonna fucking kick your ass. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm not doing that. You can call me what you want. I'll disprove you, but you're not gonna get me heated on something that I know is false. That's the big thing that you gotta remember and stop pretending doesn't exist. Is that if you're the one that's getting heated when a topic is brought up, then what is that really revealing about you? That's the big thing that needs to be analyzed by a lot of these people, especially the ones that supposedly hate me and such. Is this, okay, you can criticize me all you want and such, but first, at least come to the table with the information. But more importantly, don't reveal your cards by getting all emotional, because then we see really this is something that you're just really projecting from yourself. Let's continue.
But no foul play on that. Good for him. He's not morbidly obese. Yeah, so let's do it. Let's bring it. Da-da-da-da. Let's do it. Somebody fucking get something together. I'll put contracts together. Hey, man, anything and everything y'all want. Go ahead. You can't handle fucking jokes. Y'all can dish it out. And this is the one worst thing. This is why I give Nikki 9s. The nobody in the community that says, I don't care about my channel, but he's in everyone's channel.
No, he's not.
All day and reviewing.
Not all day. And not reviewing
people all day.
Nope. We're lucky enough to get at least maybe two Nikki Nine's videos a month. No. No.
What else are you gonna do, I guess, whenever you're an illegal in fucking Canada and you ain't got a job, you're living off the government?
He does have a job, and he doesn't live off the government, actually. And where are you? The bigger question is, why would you make these sort of statements, knowing that people have criticized you for them in the past, because apparently you're so aware, like, oh, I'm in everyone's heads, blah, 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 which you're not. But you're so aware of this, but you're not aware of his actual situation, that actually he is gainfully employed, makes some good money, and still lives rent-free in your minds.
But we all know, obviously, that's not the truth when it comes to him being like, oh, I don't care about my channel. I don't care about that. I'm trying to run over it. Why do you have multiple channels, and why are you everywhere all the time? You wish to God you were someone. You wish to God that you were somebody that was relevant. 90% of the community says, wait, who's that guy?
First of all, oh, God damn it. That just went straight into my lungs. Try not to breathe and drink at the same time. God damn it. Still alive. Ain't gonna kill me yet. All right. Kind of lost my train of thought. Let's continue.
You wish to God that you were somebody that was relevant.
Oh, yeah, the whole relevancy thing. He's relevant enough that, just like I was saying, we're lucky enough to get 2 vids a month. And people are clamoring for his shit, demanding it, expecting it, messaging him for it. So I think that, yes, there is quite the interest in him.
90% of the community says, wait, who's that guy?
No, that's just Joe. He's still playing the game. That's fine. It's fine. But no, people know Nicky Nines. Also, since Nicky Nines never really entered this community with the intention of gaining subs, being this big staple of the community, and not really trying to bring attention to himself as, well, you have Joe Cronin, Garguts, Ken's show, ad nauseum. So, yeah, there's a big, big difference.
That's for a reason. You ain't getting nowhere, homie, and you never will. Ken, you will never prosper either. Dave Rose, I don't even know what to say to you, man. Like, I don't know, like, you're actually pretty fucking smart. I think you might be able to come up with some bullshit here and there, whatever, and get your way moving, like, a little bit slowly but surely.
I don't understand any of those words. I'm going to rewind it. Perhaps if there's a Texan in the chat, because we are told that Danny speaks Texan. And if someone could at least translate for me, so, you know, because you know me. I don't understand Ebonics, fucking hillbilly, you know, like Southern, like, you know, I'm Canadian, I just understand my dialect. So, can somebody explain this for me? I'm going to play it again and just rewound a bit. But can somebody explain what he's saying here? Because I don't understand.
Fucking smart. I think you might be able to come up with some bullshit here and there, whatever, and get your way moving, like, a little bit slowly but surely.
I get your way going. I don't understand. Will Tactics, do you understand? Because I don't understand. This is, I don't know. I don't know. Let's continue.
I can see that. Mars, I really don't know you that much, bro. But I do see a lot of people that show love for you in chats and all that kind of stuff. So, best of luck to you, man. Like, see where that goes. But aside all that bullshit, whatever. Yeah, let's go ahead and make it happen. Make it happen. I don't want to fucking wait either. So somebody fucking get Froggy and jump. I don't want to wait. I want to fucking hear somebody respond to me
Well, I'm your Huckleberry.
and let me know it's going down. Here, there, anywhere. Contract signed.
I don't understand this. Are you really propositioning an actual street fight or some sort of no holds barred fight? Is that what you're proposing here?
Money on the fucking table. Oh, you got it. You got it.
Money on the table. So what? We're going to a casino now? Like which one? Which one is it?
Scrounge up your weird fucking military of fucking ninja Jews and I'll.
What are military ninja Jews? Is that like Mossad or something?
I will just take care of all of them.
Because like Mossad's kind of like they're kind of fucked up, man. Like they conduct assassinations throughout the entire Middle East. They got spies everywhere. You know, they've been involved in some naughty things. If you watch some of my older videos, my darker things videos, you'll see why. But yeah, you don't just necessarily fuck around with them and expect that things are going to be cool.
And Kenny, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have probably like that sloth look out of fucking Goonies.
Junk, sloth, love, junk.
You fucked up by saying that you would smash my face in. You know for fucking goddamn sure, and I have all the messages like I always say saved. Nah, you'd probably kick my ass. Yeah, I know, you'd probably kick my ass. So go ahead and get that sloth face. I would be highly honored to give that to you by my two own hands. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. Thank you guys for just making this wonderful. Like, I didn't think it was going to be this good for me to make like one video and then you're covering it and then all of a sudden you're covering it again,
You broke the kikes per meter dial. So, I mean, all it really takes is somebody to send that information to the ADL. You know, they'll look into you. They've got Mossad working with them and so forth. They'll find out where you are, find out whether even this whole idea of you being an actual professional MMA fighter is true. And if it in fact it is, they're going to contact that, any sort of organization that's involved with that. And they're going to say, you want this type of person working for you? Well, we got a lot of really great lawyers. So you might want to choose otherwise. And yeah, that is part of cancel culture, but don't think it can't happen to you.
Coming like every day now, like I got in y'all's heads. Y'all are weak pussies. Y'all.
No, I actually waited a few days to cover this sort of thing. Wasn't even made aware about it until I was told.
Are weak pussies with.
Because that's another thing, is that although I am aware, after all, I am your former first. Well, I am the first drama emperor. Your first drama emperor. But I am the former emperor, and I still have my team of elites, my assassins, looking at a few things and bringing that information to me. Apart from the sparrows, this is an elite crew of individuals. And, we are quite aware of what's going on.
Some of you that have women behind you, then they just allow it. Like, do you know what my...
Okay, someone explain to me, how is big Russian, strong man, proposing that women, of all people women, they don't deserve the vote, they're weaker, The proposing women approve this. No, women, they stay chained up in the kitchen. They cook. They clean. That is their purpose in Russia. But you are proposing that they do this, that they give you permission? What kind of Russian are you?
My girlfriend would do to me if I did what y'all did every day. I'll tell you what she'd.
Is that you admitting that you're a cuck? That your girlfriend would dictate to you? Because here's the thing, they're a dime a dozen, let's be honest, and they're seeking approval. And if you can't provide that to them, they'll cuck you out. But you're actually tolerating this insolence from a female, no less? You are truly strong Russian? No. Fucking, what's his name? Drago. Drago would be embarrassed that you call yourself Russian.
Do? She'd spit in my face and she'd leave me.
Cuck.
Straight up. No questions asked. So, hey guys, bring it on. I'm super excited. Anything you got coming, anything you want to do, not a problem. Please, somebody send me something. Somebody tell me something. And I'll be white heel.
You're not white, you're Slavic. There's a difference. You are one of these. Again, the whole, the name slave came from all those that were enslaved in these Slavic countries. So you do share. You're not high level Western European white. The ones that essentially, like Tsar Nicholas, who actually made Russia great. But no, you are the Slavic kind. You are the genetic defect of the Balkans. And you want to claim this genetic superiority when you're not even that. So I find it quite comical.
Sorry. Right here. With bells. Oh, with bells. Spasiba. I will talk to y'all soon.
Why did you just thank me, though? Thank me for what, though? You should have actually said you're welcome. But, okay. Guess, I don't know. Rosetta Stone's software ain't working right for you? Possibly. All right, first of all, shout out to the 43 viewers that we have. Also, Skype line's open. Anyone wants to call in, feel free to do so. Let's review another video. This was from November the 5th. It's much longer, but there's a few comments said. But yeah, if anyone wishes to call in to address anything that they've heard so far, feel free to do so.
Hello. It is none other than Danny MT. Coming to you live right now. Well, not live. I'm actually recording this video and then posting it. Wow. Did I ever get the reaction that I wanted?
Which is why you deleted that first video? Is that it?
Man, where do I start? Jesus Christ.
Start it where you decided to delete that video that you made. The 20, 30-minute video where your kikes per minute were off the scale. You broke the fucking dial. And, you accused... first of all, you accused Nikki of being a alleged Polak. And then also all the slings of the... whole being a Jew and all this other shit.
This is dedicated to the handful of you out there that are, fuck him, he's crazy, and you say all these fucking lies and weird shit about killing and all this stuff. Like, you're fucking stupid, but anyway, you're stupid. I don't have to address that.
That actually sounds very similar to a Dave Rose, a copyrighted Dave Rose line. Okay, we all know that that's what Dave Rose says. I'm gonna have to call my team of attorneys to conduct an investigation to your streams to figure out if in fact you are stealing my trademark terms.
But actually, I got a couple things to say real quick before I get into the whole reason why I'm making this video. First of all, yeah, I know I upset a good handful of you with what I said, and that was, again, as I always say, deliberate to jab at you in your side,
Deliberate so much that you deleted the video.
poke you with that thorn. A long time now in the community, like when you guys said, or well, I don't know if you guys said it, but I think it was just Ken. He was like, "Yeah, this guy was gone forever, and all of a sudden he come back." Blah blah blah. Well, yeah, because I don't spend my time online doing drama streams and speaking with other fucking men all day, every day. Not to mention watching other people's streams, like.
This is the biggest fucking sellout, cop-out fucking explanation, which is, it's so pathetic. Doing drama streams, which that's debatable as well, but with other men. Okay, so let's just say Ken, married man, decides to do a stream, but no men allowed, no men allowed. So now he's going to start to what? Somehow recruit females to be on his show, to be the ones that attract the audience. So, well, first of all, what would his wife think? But second of all, what are you proposing? Are you proposing an exclusive group of co-hosts that are specifically female? Are you proposing an audience that's predominantly female? Are you proposing to advertise and promote the channel as being female-centric and oriented? What the fuck are you saying?
Taking notes and got to cover everything. I mean, you guys are fucking everywhere. How? At least I know, Ken, you do have a job. You do. And how you still are able to do it, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And
because unlike you, Drago, he's a machine.
As for Shannon, you were somebody that I dug in the side of or whatever just to get at Ken. It was something that I was doing on purpose.
Pathetic. I attacked you so I could get back at Ken. Dave Rose doesn't do that. And I know it embarrasses you and infuriates you when I remind you that you should at least try to adhere to the character that Dave Rose has tried to provide to you. But it's just so... Oh my, it's exasperating. It's exasperating to hear and listen to this bullshit.
Whatever, just to get him riled up. Shannon, I don't care if you hate me. I don't care if you despise me. I don't care if you want to spit on me and see me buried alive. That's fine. Because you know what? I'm going to show respect to you always because of the fact that you work in the medical field. My mom is a retired doctor. My grandmother before her was a nurse practitioner and all that. Much love and support to you, okay? But you can name it. It's all right. It's all right. I'm not going to come after you or do anything to you, whatever, because you've actually never done anything to me. I just kind of sort of brought you.
Yet 2 days later, he's threatening to go to Ken's place and to fuck him up.
Into the whole situation because me and Ken were having a tiff, if you will. Another thing, too, to get out the way, also, too, Mellow Yellow, man, if you're pissed at me, if you don't like me, if you're riding the train of this guy needs to be fucking shot, like whatever, like that's okay. I'm not offended or feel like you'd be out of line for saying that. Like, no, absolutely not. You've always been a nice guy to me. You're a sweetheart.
kind of hate saying that to dudes or whatever because I don't want to make you feel like you can't say something like more masculine than sweetheart or whatever. But like, no, it's true. Like, you're a sweetheart, dude. You're a good guy. The other one, last but not least.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome a surprising turn of events. The one, the only, Dr. Earl Brown.
Hey, what's up? How much steroids did this fool shoot up in his arms before he make these vlogs?
I'm not sure, but I would have to say probably 3 to 5 rounds from a 7.62 AR-15, or maybe even 5 rounds from a 5.56 AR-15 would probably solve the problem quite quickly. Don't you agree?
I was thinking the same thing. If he ever would have come at me or any of my family, he would definitely have to face that. That's for damn sure.
Well, he's in Texas, and he has a big mouth, which is, I know everything's bigger in Texas, but that's the last thing you want in Texas is a big mouth, because everyone's fucking armed, and everyone's going to fucking hold you to account. And the law is behind you.
And let alone a bigger attitude and a bigger grudge against everybody around him.
Yeah, well, I don't really think he should be doing what he's doing, but this is what he's doing.
I know, but the thing, well, here's something that I don't know if anybody told this, but he called me on Skype, multi-months back. He put me on a 3-way with him, me, and Rocca from Australia, and he mentioned that something happened to him when he was a kid. I guess it was molestation or something like that. But
really?
I guess what it is, yeah. I guess what it is that he has, when people grow up with that, they have a tendency to take all anger out on everybody around them. But what he's doing, I'm sorry, going after Ken, going after Nikki Nine, that ain't going to solve the problem. He needs therapy ASAP, because one of these days, his lawyer may not be able to be there for him. He brags about he has this super badass lawyer, but if he keeps getting in trouble like he's doing, that lawyer's going to say, fuck this, I'm out of here, you're on your own, get somebody else, you can't keep your nose out of the mud hole, you're going to have to learn the hard way,
Exactly. But
and the thing is, like the idea of using violence as the only means of solving every issue around them. Like if somebody bumps into him, he wants to beat them up. Somebody says something, he wants to beat that guy up, beat this person up,
It's not even somebody in their own hometown that's like printing an article, in the newspaper about it. It's just like it's somebody on the internet who is responding to his fucking aggression, and then he wants to just keep escalating.
Yeah, he wants to bring it on. He has this idea that if he keeps escalating, he's going to be the big macho man. He's going to be the superstar. And it's not. It's making him look like a dweebaholic,
Well, he keeps doubling down. So he doesn't clearly see this, which is unfortunate, but it is his choice. I mean, nobody can stop him from doing this, but he should know better. And it's one of these people that just feels, I guess, slighted, because every time this guy starts to threaten people, he gets banned from shows. So he keeps feeling that he's refused, and then he lashes out in this way. But if you never acted in the violent manner in the first place, you'd never be in this situation, now would you?
Precisely. And the thing I also want to question is, Tommy, is he still friends with this guy?
Well, I'm glad you bring that up, Dr. Earl, because this was actually called out by Ken on Saturday night, where when I confronted him, Tommy, about this sort of thing, Ken piped up and he said, yeah, so you're saying that, Dave does this, but you're still friends with Danny, and you're totally cool with what he's saying. And as always, immediate deflection by Tommy. Couldn't even stand the idea that he was questioned on that. Changed the topic altogether and never addressed it after that.
I think what it is that Tommy feels that he needs some sort of protection to have his backup because of all the people saying shit about him in the chats on programs. You know, like remember there were a few times where Tommy was kind of like bombarded by Joe Cronin, JB, Leah, everyone. And I guess Danny MT was just this, basically he feels that Danny is his only backup. But that backup is now backfiring on Tommy. It's gonna, if it hasn't already,
Good.
it's gonna back up pretty soon, and he
Good.
needs to get rid of him.
Good. Because the fact is,
ASAP.
Tommy always chooses wrong. He chooses Rasmus. He chooses Danny MT. He chooses all these people, Sega Camp, that fuck him over in the end. But he's the one who's choosing them, and he's got to be held accountable for this stuff.
Keemstar included there.
Well, no, but the people that even Hamza, like the people he trusted to run his show, they initially let those racist donations come in to laugh at Tommy. They posted gay porn on his feeds and stuff.
Oh,
so these are the people that Tommy trusted, not people like Ken who wanted to see the best for him. Anytime Ken would say something of relevancy, Tommy would fucking just argue and fight and not allow for the advice to be taken, and then he got bit in the ass for it. He deserves exactly what he gets, and I'm not going to have any sympathy for the guy.
Yeah, that's true there. Like it took me a long while to realize what to do the right thing, because there were periods that I didn't want to listen to other people's advice, and what could happen? I got my just desserts in the very end, and Tommy needs to know that,
Well, I don't know if he's going to understand it, but it doesn't matter anymore in regards to any complaints he has about, like the other night when I was on Insomniac and I confronted him about this shit because he was gonna expose me, blah blah blah. I never did, and then he called back in, and all he could do was just make insults. He couldn't even point to anything that I had done. He couldn't basically say this is the reason why I said this. And, if he wants to act that way, fine, but I don't care. And I certainly don't care if anyone thinks that I'm bullying somebody who's retarded or something like that. I really don't care. Because Tommy is a grown adult. He's legally liable and responsible for his actions. And if he wants to act a certain way, I'm certainly willing to hold him accountable for those actions.
Yep, that's true there. That is very true. Just like Danny needs to be held accountable for his actions. I can imagine. I'm hoping that possibly someone within the Houston Police Department will see these vlogs that he's watching.
They won't see it unless you show it to them, Earl. Come on, be honest.
That's true there.
Unless you actually file a police report, then nothing's going to be done about this.
Maybe somebody will get the link down there and send them to the police department down there, and they'll say, hey, this guy's making threats to this person, that person here. He needs to have his they need to keep an eye on this.
The only people that can do that are those that are either Ken, for example, who was directly named in that clip, or it's YR, you, and anybody else that lives in Texas, because he lives there and he's made it clear that he is willing to take these sorts of actions. So those are the only two people right now that can actually take action.
Yeah. Well, we have to we have to watch our backs for the time being there, but we'll be ready just in case this jerk off decides to come here and starts looking for all of us, or any of us that is here. I know he's gonna probably say something about me calling in your show addressing that issue, but who cares? It has to be said.
Exactly.
And whoever did what they did to him as a kid, then he needs to take it up with that person, leave everybody else the fuck alone. They had nothing to do with it.
Anything else you wanna add?
No, that'll be all. And you have a good show, a good afternoon, okay, man?
All right, thanks a lot. Have yourself a good night.
You too.
There goes Dr. Earl. Some good input. Some spicy news. Let's continue.
Mars Mira, I understand you hate me now, bro. Like, you despise me. And that's okay. You're rolling with your homies, you're doing your own thing and all that. But for the longest time before all this stuff came up, Mars Mira was a guy that was always just true to his word, said what he said. You never tried to start anything with anybody like all these other buddies of yours do. You're just a straightforward ass dude. Like,
I don't start shit.
like, congrats. That's the way a man should be. So, again, if you want to hate me, man, go ahead. It's all right. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, other than that, now we can. Is there anybody I'm forgetting about? Actually, yeah, no, I could throw one more person in. Dave Rose. Ooh. Now, I have here and there poked and prodded at him.
God damn it. Hold on.
Whenever,
God damn it. Fuck. I don't know why the fuck my mouse isn't working. You piece of shit. All right. So apparently, Dave Rose. Now, we heard the previous video, which was on November 7th, 2 days after, so he said he was cool with me. But now we have this. So let me rewind slightly here, people, and hear exactly what it is about Dave Rose that he has qualms with.
Poked and prodded at him, whenever shit hit the fan or whatever. And again, it was literally only just to stir the pot up, because I knew I could get you guys to get like worked up. Now, however, Dave, he actually handled himself really well. I remember when I was on his...
That doesn't make sense. I've got to fucking rewind this. Let's rewind this even more.
I could throw one more person in. Dave Rose.
There we go.
Now, I have here and there poked and prodded at him, whenever shit hit the fan or whatever. And again, it was literally only just to stir the pot up, because I knew I could get you guys to get like worked up.
Yeah, but I support a kike like Nikki, so I guess that makes me a bad guy.
Now, however, Dave, he actually handled himself really well. I remember when I was on his, watching his stream or whatever, and he had said like, yeah, and so, Danny said this and this and that about Ken and Nikki and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, and that's just unacceptable. Those are my boys. So, sorry, Danny. I don't want to associate with you. And if you come to my channel and try to talk or chat or whatever, I will have to block you. Like, he said it like a straight up man. Like, he wasn't talking no shit and acting squirrely and wild fucking weird. Like, he said how it was. And I was like, okay. Because I've heard Dave fucking destroy motherfuckers. It's hilarious. He is good at it. I was friends with that dude, or like, I don't know if I would call it like friends, but like, we were cool for a long time.
I tried to be very, very nice with him, very patient. If you thought that my patience with Bullfrog was something of virtue, well, then you obviously, and nobody did really, witness there was multiple times, but I remember one time, 3+ hours on a Skype call with this guy. It fucked up the next day for me. Like, I was just up way too late. It just totally ruined my next day. But I was listening to this guy's drunken rants, trying to help him out, give him, and, as you've heard in the past, be balanced and be objective and provide some rational advice.
Shit, that motherfucker used to sit there and talk to me and, like, get me out of, like, the zone of, like, being angry or this, that, and the other. Hell, on social media, he allowed me to post as a picture on my shit of something that he came up with, like a quote. Beautiful quote. Very intelligent. I had it up for the longest time. Because he said, like, yes, I will allow you to do that. That's fine.
Yeah, but he asked me about something that he could have posted regardless. But, it wasn't really that much of a big deal for me. Actually, I'll put up that, I've got that Got that quote actually here somewhere. There we go. There it is.
So yeah, no, there's Dave Rose right there. You know, and I know I've picked at him here and there, whatever. Sometimes, like, just to, I don't know, like, when he was going off about the whole YR thing, he's like, I destroyed single-handedly 6 people, and da-da-da-da.
But I did, though. I did. I had a whole drama war declared against me, and me alone. Not anybody else. Me. And what happened? Every single one of those traitors were dealt with. And to an extreme extent. We have to be honest about this.
Then that's what I was like, okay, Dave, you're kind of getting like a little bit over dramatic on that, because what you did was you instilled fear, like full on fear. And anybody that was in that fucking little group can say the same thing.
Instilled fear? So when you commit an actual crime and then you realize that somebody who's competent enough can hold you accountable to it and have you actually charged, that type of fear, totally justified in its actions?
Where YR's sweating, crying, waking up out of his sleep. They're gonna kill me, they're gonna be, I have to go to academy or go somewhere. I'm gonna have to buy a shotgun. And we're like, what is your problem? It's just a fucking verbal battle between you and fucking Dave. And you invited us in, so we're just sitting here like, yeah, hey, ho, ha, we're talking shit about anybody else or whatever. Just to get something going, you know, get some kind of content going, because all of y'all live off drama, from what I've noticed. So then I started poking and prodding at Dave a little bit more, because he was saying this stuff like, oh, and I am the emperor, and I am the one that single-handedly destroyed 6 people, and blah, blah, blah.
Is that an issue of contention with you? Does that bother you? Does the proof that was put out, all those different Drama Emperor episodes, does that somehow get dismissed by a simple statement from you?
And we were all like, what? Because there's a Skype chat.
No, that's not what it was. You heard fucking all these people that came before that were freaked the fuck out, and they bent the knee subsequently, every single one of them, or they were totally destroyed. Where's SC Steve now? Where's SC Steve? Exactly.
Still have it where we're like, what the fuck? Like, YR chunk deuce on us, like, I can't do it no more. I'm in fear for my life, or blah, blah, blah. So then, like, me and SC and fucking Victa and everybody else were like, well, I guess that didn't last too long. Best of luck to y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to what I was doing before. You know, like.
So it sounds to me like that, unlike, say, Drama Club, where people would actually back each other up on situations like this, you're just all abandoning Wire. You were hoping that he would be the one that would fight for you, and you would just sit back and enjoy the show. But you weren't part of the team in the first place, were you? You just wanted to see him suffer and fail and, just claim that you were part of the team, but not really involve yourself. Because that's not, you're not the first one to say that. Okay.
Nobody was upset or scared or worried or whatever. You instilled super fear, Dave.
Well, you know what? If you're going to threaten my life, if you're going to threaten those that I have to take care of, you better fucking fear. I'm not going to tolerate any endangerment to my life because I am a provider, as well as to those that I'm providing to. You're not going to do that. And I will do anything within my power to counter that. fully within my rights. And when people get slapped the fuck out because they didn't know the law, that's not my fault. That was your fault for being so stupid as to try to get into the ring with somebody who knew the law. But if my words over the internet trigger you and remind you that I know the law, and you panic for it and you show this fear, well, whose fault is that? Certainly not mine. I wasn't the one that committed the crime in the first place. Now was I?
The Emperor into YR. Like, this kid was fucking literally telling me, like, on a daily basis, he wanted to go to a store to buy firearms because he thought, like, all y'all were gonna come down in this fucking stampede of rage and, like, kill this kid. Like, I don't fucking know what is wrong with his fucking head. Whatever. Okay. So anyways, yeah. All you guys that I mentioned so far right now, whatever. Yeah. Bygones be bygones. Bygones be bygones. And it's okay. I'm totally okay with the fact that you guys don't like me, hate me. You stick to your roots, you stick to your homies. Hey, I'm the same way. I do the same thing, so I would be a straight up hypocrite.
That's why I'm sure you and Tommy are still best of friends.
If I was like, oh, you're gonna do that, oh, you're gonna just take sides, whatever. Like, no, I've been that way my whole life. You know, like, you fuck with a homeboy of mine, it automatically becomes a problem of mine too. That's just the fucking aggression. So okay, a couple other little things to cover. First of all, yes, Ken, it did get taken down, the video or whatever, because I mean it was kind of fucking brutal. But what's funny is, whether you or anybody else want to believe me or not, I did that on purpose because I knew, once again, I could stir the pot. And it's just like how I told you before shit really hit the fan between you and I, Ken. I told you.
You hear that, Ken? I love the kikes.
And you forget I have all these messages. All of them. When it comes to arguing and all that kind of stuff, whatever, I keep every fucking thing. So that way you can't go back and try to change shit up. And I literally told you, because you were like, oh, what the fuck is this now? Oh, you're going to take Joe to a steak dinner or whatever. And I'm busting out laughing. I was like, Ken, see, that's exactly why I said it. Because look how you're acting. I literally said that because I knew I would pinch a nerve on your ass. And it worked. You flipped out. Not to mention, it worked real well because you're still bringing it up. I was never going to randomly just go to Boston and take Joe and his family to steak dinner. I mean, I'm not saying that like talking shit, like they ain't worth a shit and they can't have a steak dinner, but like, I mean, you know, like, I was just telling him because he was having trash-ass people come on the show and try to fucking retract all their bullshit they've said in the past or whatever. And I'm like, you're a fucking idiot, man, if you let these people back on the show and blah, blah, blah. Like, and then that's already when you and I, like, really, like, hit the fan, like, with the bullshit, whatever. And that's why I said, I'm taking a fucking trip up to Boston, and I'm taking Joe and his family and his kids and all that to a steak dinner before I make my way to fucking Long Island. Like, dude, like, did you really, like, did you really think I was planning a trip to head up the East Coast, meet up with Joe, and shake hands with his children, and...
But you said in a video that you made 2 days after this that you were going to Boston, not Boston, that you were going to New York because you got a new place in Brooklyn.
Shake hands with his wife and say, okay, what's the best steak place in town? And after that, sorry guys, I got other things I gotta do.
Speaking of steak, I'm going to be making some steak tonight. A couple of strip loin.
Head to Long Island. Like, are you fucking serious, man? Like, are you fucking...
They also refer to that as New York steak or something like that, but no, it's called strip loin. Sorry, Ken, New York is not the center of the universe. Let's continue.
Serious. my God, my mind is flooded with so many things right now. It's even too like,
And I'm sure it is overwhelming you, despite the fact that you apparently are some sort of mechanical engineer. Meanwhile, Dave Rose can think in abstract and develop faster than light travel. But hey, if I try to actually put that together, then the CIA is going to kill me. So,
my God, which one do I pick first? Fuck. Oh, okay. I'll use this one right now. In your thank you, by the way, again cordially for your very long stream, all about me. Thank you.
no, it wasn't all about him or you, Danny.
I hope it entertained everybody, and it gave you something to have something worth talking about. I guess for the first time in a while, because people just ain't fucking digging nothing in the community. Like a lot of my friends in the community, like, man, this shit is fucking changed, man. This shit is fucking weird. It's boring. People are being fucking stupid. Like, yeah. So okay, sometimes I might be like, man, I'll go ahead and stir the pot. Oh, this also too falls into the category of like Kaiki9 saying that I'm a day drinker. I'm sorry, sweetheart, but you sit at home.
Oh, so something that somebody said actually got to you. It actually, I guess, caused an emotional reaction. Let's continue.
It's boring. People are being fucking stupid. Like, yeah. So okay, sometimes I might be like, nah, I'll go ahead and stir the pot. Oh, this also too falls into the category of like Kaiki9 saying that I'm a day drinker. I'm sorry, sweetheart, but you sit at home and live off the government. You have no job. You don't do anything because you literally spend your entire day on everyone's shows and watching and fucking.
That's totally false. He does have a job. He doesn't get government support or financial assistance. And he's quite busy to the point where I'll message him during the day and I won't get a response till later, during that day or the next day. So, no, he's not watching everything. He's not streaming every day. Yeah, let's continue.
Fucking, like reviewing it and all this stuff. Like, dude, like, I don't know how, unless you're like an abusive husband to your so-called wife that you purchased. Like, if she just doesn't say anything because she's afraid that she's going to get backhanded, like, dude, you're like fucking a half century old, bro. I mean,
no, but he's not 50 years old. He didn't purchase his wife. He doesn't beat her. But where's this stuff coming from, though? Like, could you at least cite a source? This, because if, the double major, if you provided a dissertation or at least provided some sort of report in your life in post-secondary education, you would have made a report that was properly documented and, most importantly, was properly sourced. And it certainly doesn't seem that you've sourced any of your topics at all. And you're, as the layman term goes, talking out of your ass. So you have no proof to back up what you just said. It's an emotional response from an emotional individual who just can't seem to have any impulse control. And, well, it's very evident.
like, aside of all this stuff, like saying the dumb stuff or whatever about being Jewish and all that stuff, whatever, I have fucking Jewish friends.
Do you call them kikes as well?
Friends of every race. But I like to use that against you because you get pissed off and other people get pissed off and stuff.
Nobody's pissed off, though. That's the thing, though. Nobody's pissed off. Especially, like, why would Nicky be pissed off for being called something he's not? Doesn't make any sense. He might take issue, be like, yeah, that's not cool because I got Jewish friends, or, you're just showing that you're bigoted or whatever, but it's not like he's... Are you seeing this guy do 8-hour streams or fucking, I don't know, post videos, without even talking, but typing randomly, and not randomly, but furiously on a keyboard, on a phone, in front of a screen, and you know how I'm talking about, No, we're not seeing that.
Like, hit a nerve. That's all it takes for these weaklings to all of a sudden be like, oh, this guy, he's crazy, whatever. Like, yeah, so crazy for saying dumb shit like that millions of people say online every fucking day. It's pathetic. It's like back in the 1400s, the Spanish Inquisition had happened. Very brutal, bloody fucking bad. While they were trying to push the Arabs out of Gibraltar or whatever, they were also just being like heathens over there in Spain. But later on, if you choose to, gain some knowledge on things.
Ooh, this should be quite the lesson from Danny MT. Gain some knowledge.
These men helped.
Gather round, children. Gather round. One of the village elders will be speaking.
Gain some knowledge on things. These men helped people that were of Jewish descent escape to the Americas, whether it be North America, Central America, South America. They got them out of there. I'm talking about Hungarians, I'm talking about Germans, I'm talking about Polacks, Austrians, Bulgarians, half of fucking Scandinavia.
So everyone that opposed Russia, no wonder you don't like them too much.
Had half a population of Jewish. So for Nicky, he's a Polak, okay? He's a Polak, that's what he says.
Poland right now, I believe, is 98 or 99. I think it's 98% Catholic. 98% Catholic. It's the only country, well, I think it's the only country on the planet that has that number of Catholics. Armenia has but that's the thing though. That's Eastern Orthodox. But still, that is probably the biggest place with the biggest concentration of Catholics on the planet.
I'm not even Jewish. I'm a Polak.
I'm sorry, bro. If you invest into myheritage.com, like I have and a lot of my family, because we're really proud of my race and where we come from.
If you invest in this company, what? Let's listen to that.
Population of Jewish. So for Nicky, he's a Polak, okay? He's a Polak, that's what he says.
I'm not even Jewish. I'm a Polak.
I'm sorry, bro. If you invest into myheritage.com, like I have and a lot of my family, because we're really proud of my race and where we come from. Now, we have discovered nothing of being Jewish, but a lot of other people that I know that have done this have said like, whoa, there was like Jewish in me, like these people were this and that. The fucking Czechs even, like I wouldn't even guess that. That's why you see like Canelo Alvarez, the boxer out of Mexico. Dude, that guy is white with red ass hair. I bet you anything if that dude did an ancestry, MyHeritage test, whatever, he'd find Czech or one of those countries over there in Europe and Scandinavia that said, yeah, he was over here and hit with his family or whatever. There's probably Jewish ties. That's just a fact. I'm a huge history buff. I love to watch documentaries. If it's not all about like MMA and stuff, I like to watch the Science Channel and all that kind of stuff. I like to learn about a lot of things. Even as kids, I had friends that were Jewish or whatever, and we would make fun of each other. They'd be like calling me the fucking, the Soviet fucking asshole or whatever, and I'd be like, fuck you, you fucking Jew. Like there was a day, I don't know if y'all do it up there in the north or in fucking gay ass Canada, but there would be a day like every year where it was like, wear your favorite hat day. And so, we're coming in there thinking we're cool, we're getting older, we got the flat bill looking all crisp and shit. And then I had friends that would put on the yarmulke. And I would give them so much shit. I'd be like, oh, wow, you came to school with the yarmulke, you fucking weirdo? Are you going to start growing out a twirly ass fucking twist on the side of your face and grow a beard down to your dick? And they would just laugh, like we'd make jokes and they'd come back at me like bad about fucking being German and fucking, Russian and all that stuff or whatever. It's like, it can be that way. But it's funny if you turn it into a way where you're like, oh yeah, I'm getting at you. This is what it is. This is what it is. I mean, y'all took that to the next level. Like, I can't believe this. He's saying this and that. First of all, you can't reach your arms out of the fucking barbed wire in Auschwitz. You would have been shot on sight. They don't stand there and drink beer from you in steins. And you're like, hey, please help me. I need just a piece of bread. Like, no, they're going to shoot you on sight. Like, but y'all bought into that.
Oh my God, I can't believe he said something that fucking deep. Like his family was standing there laughing, drinking beer while, Nicky and everybody else's family was reaching through the wires to get a scrap of food. Like,
look up in your history, you fucking idiots. Like, that doesn't happen. Never did happen. You can't do that. So, yeah, there's another one. Man, it's just so much. Ken, I really don't even know what the fuck to say to you anymore, dude. Like, you've made up so many lies. You have told so much bullshit. You have talked about people behind their back over and over and over, and I have all the proof.
You hear that, Ken? You've done all that, and he has all the proof.
All of you boys that like to call Kenny, I have, you know, if he wants to like review me, he'll review this. So don't worry, guys. You'll get a.
No, yeah, I don't think he has, but I am. I'm your Huckleberry.
Taste of this, but like I said, at any time, DM me because I can give you like, you know, Kaiki Nine's fucking full on diary of him whining about his life and how he's an illegal Canadian and he has no luck.
I'm an alien. I'm an illegal Canadian. You guys know that song, right?
With women and this and that and the other. I mean, like, what kind of grown man puts that on fucking line? You know, when the person sent all that to me, I was like, no way. Like, it was like, this is a fucking gold brick. Not to mention, Ken, dude, like, you want to talk about racism? And oh, no, I have to say this first. I thought it was fucking hilarious. He said last night or whatever, but yeah, come up there, whatever, and you bash my face in. You know for a fucking fact your fat ass ain't bashing nothing. And then you said you have fucking Jews with curls in their hair or whatever that'll bash me. You know what? I'll take you up on that because guess what, sweetheart? I'm coming to New York soon. Let's see you and anybody else try to bash my head in.
Wait. Didn't you start off this video, which is after, well, it's before the one that I played prior. So, you know, we went back in time. But you were just saying, no, I'm not going to do that shit. Now you're saying you're heading up and you're going to take them up on the offer and you want to fucking do this shit?
That is a fucking scream laugh of a joke, first of all. Second of all, this bullshit that you say, like this all this racism, all that, whatever. Well, guess what, Kenny, and guess what, everybody else that will hear this when he reviews it, or he'll probably mute it so you can't hear it, so you'll never fucking hear it.
Don't got that here on my channel.
I have straight up evidence and you know, voice message, you know, content, like whatever.
You hear that, Ken? He's got voice message content.
When you do the thing in fucking Facebook or whatever, stupid shit. This dude has always been with me on like fucking talking to me like, yeah, white power, you know, this and that, and fuck this nigga, fuck that motherfucker, and we'll go do this, we'll go do that. Hey, man. And then, or he'd hit me up like, hey, just want to let you know, so and so over there saying that fucking bullshit. But you know how it is, homie. White boy looking out for a homie, you know what I'm saying? White boy looking out for a white boy. Like, completely talking prejudice. It's like, okay, cool, all right, well, Ken's down, he's down with his race, or whatever, blah, blah, blah.
I don't believe that for 1 second.
I know he's part like Italian or something like that, whatever, but that's fine because that's still like European. I know they're Latins, but it is kind of like white people. It is. But I have all this. I have all of this. I mean, I've got this guy saying like, you and me need to take this fucking trip up there and
Wetter than you, Slav.
see fucking Scott. We're gonna fucking take care of this cocksucker. We're gonna kill him and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Jesus Christ, like, does he really get on your nerves that bad? Scott is just weird. Bless his fucking heart. He's weird. His family knows he's weird.
Are you retarded? Because this doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Just weird. Just weird. You know, well, well, let's be honest. You really don't seem to have a problem when it comes to threatening other people's welfare, their lives, their safety. And you've made it clear of that. And dear old Skunty has made it clear as well. So this is like a copycat case of this defiance. Ignorant, willful defiance, but defiance nonetheless. Saying, you know, in the famous words of the amphibian, I can do whatever I want. Well, you can try, and then be held accountable, but don't start making these videos and start crying that you were held accountable. That's not how it works. Tit for tat. You do something, there's, you know, an equal and opposite reaction. It's just Newton's law. Come on.
Needs to be in straight up detox and rehab and gather his thoughts, perhaps get on meds, because this guy would call me numerous times. I can't even tell you over fucking years. He's calling me, he's like growling like a fucking Rottweiler in the phone, like, I'm done, I can't handle this no more. I'm gonna have to fucking do something about this myself.
I don't believe that at all, but I've gotten calls from you, Danny boy. that, well, we could examine, but we don't need to embarrass you anymore.
And I know gangs and this and that. You say all kinds of crazy shit. And he's like, and now I'm really fed up because now the cops won't respond to me whenever I call them because they say I call too much.
So that was kind of funny. But this dude's deep, like deep in that shit. And like for you, Ken, to even fucking like bring up Scott and me in the same sentence on your last stream, like, what? And then for you, Kaiki Nines, I mean, maybe like you have the ability to be a day drinker, but again,
No, he certainly is not a day drinker. The guy doesn't drink, to my knowledge.
sorry, baby girl, I got a 9 to 5 and I work all fucking day. And sometimes, ooh, I decide to drink some beer on the weekend. Like any other fucking normal person does. I mean, Ken, you get fucked.
Yeah, but come on, man. Like, I pace it. Let's take a look at Dave Rose. Okay. I pace it. I might... It depends on the night, actually. But let's say Friday Night Fire, right? I'll have maybe, on average, for every show, maybe 8 or 9 tall boys of... What is this? 4.9%. It's cheap beer. You know, it's, you know, it keeps my mouth wet, my wet whistle, as it were. Goes great with fucking just about anything, especially on a Friday night. You know, I'll make some fried food or something, and, you know, beer goes great with that. And I'm on the show for fucking from 9 till 1, and sometimes even later. Like, I don't even expect myself to go that long on Insomniac, and we did have that extra hour, so that didn't help. Even Friday Night Fire, we were busting it, and I nurse them. I always, not always, but let's say this: I did get a reputation from people when I was growing up in high school and shit at parties where it's like, Dave, you're still on that beer, you're nursing it. It's like, yeah, I guess I'm a medic. But this guy, we've heard this guy. This guy gets so sloshed. And yeah, you can get sloshed on beer, but you got to be pounding them back. You know, and I don't drink this light beer bullshit because that's for faggots. But you got to really be pounding them back to get to the point where we saw Danny MT the other day, where he can't even fucking formulate a sentence properly. Regardless of my intelligence, I still have physical limitations, and as such, alcohol is still going to affect me. Now, how is it that he claims that I'm this big, massive drunk and all this shit? But I can still carry on a conversation, have a very good logical debate, and yet we saw him the other day on his stream, and he can't even fucking keep up speed. I mean, let's be honest here, people. You know, one of us enjoys beer because it's, you know, fairly enjoyable liquid. The other is somebody who's incapable, I guess, to control themselves, and it leads to a very extreme situation. Let's continue.
Up all the time drinking liquor. Kaiki, you sit there and you fucking smoke weed.
No, he doesn't even drink liquor. I mean, he's not down with the alcohol. He drank when he was young, like we all did, but he's not down with the liquor and stuff. I mean, beer's one thing, but liquor's, you know, actually liquor, spirits, as it's called, also is called alcohol. Why? Because alcool is an Arabic word for describing that these sorts of drinks lower your vibration and invoke spirits and you know, possession. And well, if we want to talk about he who shan't be named, well, we know quite well that that's exactly what we saw.
Weed all goddamn day. Everybody drinks and smokes whatever, but all of a sudden, if it's me, like if y'all are like under.
I think Nick gets better shit than I get to smoke.
the impression that I have drank whatever. Like, oh my god.
But he's down with the CBD stuff. I'm good with either one, but you know, the stuff that I have access to right now basically is just high in THC and not in CBD at all.
Yeah, look at him. Oh, he's day drink or whatever. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I'm sitting in my fucking office with my feet kicked up on the fucking desk, and I'm pounding fucking 40s. And
Well, this seems to conflict with your statement that you're a pure Russian, because I know Russians of all ages, and they gloat at the fact that the first thing they do when they wake up is grab a bottle of vodka. So yeah, and they operate the entire day drunk, I guess, but they're functional and they can build things of quality. So, I mean, I'm not endorsing that, but let's just be honest. I have to admit that this is what's occurring. And it's part of their culture. It's a bad part of their culture, but it's part of their culture. And, you know, if you actually bother to read a book, I forgot, you're so inconsequential, I forgot your name. Danny. There we go, Danny. Then you might know that too. I mean, there's documentaries about this shit, like the pandemic, which is truly what it is, that occurs in Russia when it comes to alcohol addiction. There's documentaries on this shit. Forget about the books. There's documentaries on this shit. There's fucking campaigns that go on. You can't ignore that shit.
And, you know, my boss, the CEO of my company, that's actually the fucking owner because I work at corporate, he's like, oh, cool, Danny, you're fucking drinking a 40? Yeah, motherfucker. You want to get online real quick and talk shit to someone? Yeah, cool, dude. Like, cool. Like, dude, y'all are grasping for straws, and it's just fucking disgusting. Like, it's fucking pathetic. And,
that's my line. Copyright. You owe me residual.
What was the other thing I was like? Oh, yeah. Leave Tommy out of this. Tommy, and I'm speaking to you, Ken. Tommy.
You hear that, Ken? He's talking to you. Pizza the Hut is coming for you.
Has never, ever asked me, or I ask him for your address so we can go up and visit you or whatever. I have never asked anybody in this community. Please, someone try to come out and say that I've asked for your address. I have never asked. Actually, the only address that I know is the P.O. box when I would...
Stupid Ruski, you're not understanding. It was Tommy who proposed to Ken, hey, can I have my friend come to your place? And Ken said, who's your friend? And he said, you. And then Ken said, no. You don't give my address out. You don't fucking invite people arbitrarily. And that's not right. There's nothing of the sort, what you're saying.
You know, like wanted to send like Tommy like gifts or whatever. Doing his little Mailbox Monday thing or whatever. Tommy and I never discussed you giving me your address and us coming up there like, yeah, man, you know, let's make it a real adventure. Let's hike up the East Coast and at night we'll just make a fire and poke at it with sticks and tell ghost stories as we're on our way to Ken Martison's. Dude, what the fuck? Where did you come up with that? I never discussed with Tommy about me and him coming to see you and stay in your home. First of all, I don't even like fucking doing that shit. I'm a grown-ass man, and it's just weird to go to another dude's house.
If you have to remind people that you're a grown-ass man, that makes me question whether, in fact, you are a grown-ass man. How often... Maybe I'm old school, maybe I'm traditional, maybe I'm just an old cranky fuck. I don't know. But I've, at least with my generation and generations older, I've never heard this sort of shit before. And trying to prove it, it sounds so forced, sounds so fake, contrived. It's, who would say this unless they're trying to project their insecurities?
House. First of all, that you never met in real life. Sure, we talked for a long time, but like I never met you. So like, it's weird. You're married. You have children. Like, the fuck do I need to be doing up in your house, bro? What the fuck would I need to be doing up in your house? Not to mention,
you can't, dude. Like Ken's great clip, song that he made which I don't think he's released yet, but wrist twisting like making stir fry in the kitchen. Because we're getting a flip-floppy, I'm not going to do anything, I'm going to kill you, I'm not going to do anything, I'm going to kill you, I'm not going to do... What is it? Which one is it?
Also have a side of me where it's like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go stay here, there, whatever, if I'm about it, because I feel bad. Like, well, then I almost feel like I'm a burden, because now they know, like, well, we have company tonight, and then you're, like, cooking and doing all this stuff or whatever. Like, I don't like that. I mean, it's nice. It's nice gesture. Like, it's weird, because, like, I would do it all day, any day for a friend, but I feel like if I do that going over to someone else's, it's like, oh, man, no, I feel guilty, bro. Like, nah, I don't want to have to put them through this stuff or whatever. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. Man, I've already said so much. I don't even know where the fuck I'm at. I just wanted to go ahead and make this video real quick because I know, of course, this kind of stuff gets you guys off.
Well, you could also thank me for putting you at 1.5 times speed, because if I'd left you at normal speed, it would have taken much longer, and you actually sound normal here, which begs the question, what would you sound like if you were played normally? We're not going to play that game today.
And you'll address it, and you'll edit it, and you'll make things sound like this, that.
No, actually, all I've been doing is pressing the space bar and pausing every time when I want to comment. But other than that, no editing whatsoever.
Yeah, it's just like how y'all still continue to edit, even though I have 20 people in this community that can be like, yeah, no, fuck that. Kaiki9's fucking straight edited your shit, and he only keeps it at, yeah, I'm racist. But he doesn't fucking mention the fact that I said, I am racist to any fucking culture, any religion.
But I reviewed this.
Including mine. If you fucking make yourself a piece of shit, then that's disgusting. You're a piece of shit.
He's the race police, people.
And yeah, I'll be that way too. But I'm not walking around here with a fucking swastika tatted on my fucking arm and just spitting in fucking other foreigners' faces. And get the fuck out of here, man. Y'all grow the fuck up. Have fun with this fucking video. Say whatever you want to say. I'll be sure to probably answer back just because the community is really boring right now. And, yeah. I got a few homies that are out here trying to do stuff or whatever, and I just, I want them to be able to succeed and, like, get better or whatever, because the community's been weird lately, whatever. So, that being said, Nikki, shalom, Ken, I don't know, see ya, and everybody else, have a wonderful and blessed night.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu. Right there, Nikki. Or if, Danny. Trying to talk about Nikki. Sad. Much cases. Skype lines are open, I should remind you. We've got 51 viewers. We got a lot of thumbs down, so I'm thinking that perhaps some of the multiple accounts that Danny MT. I just want to see a fight between Nicky Nines and Danny MT. Danny MT is clearly making it evident he's not too pleased at all. Not too pleased at all. But eventually they'll be removed. And more importantly, that the internet's forever. And the stream shall remain forever. And the truth shall be revealed. But it was very enjoyable to expose this. Yes, it wasn't something that recently came. But I thought, why not? I heard a few things and I said, well, you're going to mention me and a few other people. It's worthy. It's worthy of discussion. But let's see here. I'm going to keep it on for a little while longer. I'm going to review, actually, Tony finally made his own channel. Well, he made his channel a while ago, but was too dumb to realize that you just can't go live. So here's his link in the chat. He's got 47 subscribers. And seems like a certain person who shan't be named was probably in the chat there trying to start shit with him. And, ridiculing him that he only had 5 subscribers. But when I tuned in and I saw that, I looked at the subscriber count, and it was, I think it was like 17 or something, 14. So, and now he's got 47. So, Tony has finally done what he didn't want to do and was relegated to making his own channel. And if you had heard YR's show the other day, you would have heard that I can't remember who it was, but they donated $350, I think, to get Tony permanently banned from the YR program, and it was quite comical. And when Tony went live, you had a lot of these little trolls that have been trying to maintain some sort of relevance, and we all know them because they keep changing their name, but we know who they are. We've discussed this. And they were there in the chat to try to, I guess, well, get back at all those that had refused them even the opportunity to be on their fucking chats, you know, sub-only mode, wrenches, moderators. They can't get anywhere. They got no traction. So they're relegated to go to wherever they can sneak into. This will be maybe Sean's Views show, could be Carlos's show, Carlos Cabrera, I believe his name is. You know, Tony's show, but that's what they're trying to do. Shout out to Casey is Raw for his donation, and no message attached to that donation. So, but I'm paying attention this time, people. I'm not gonna allow for my negligence to continue any further because I hold myself to a high account. But yes, let's just listen a little bit here. Because it is comic. We're gonna more. I didn't actually listen to this entire thing. No sparrows have come to me yet with anything specific, and it's Tony. But hey, let's make him feel special because we all know that he watches and he wants to be part of the crowd and stuff. So let's just hear a little bit. We'll jump through because I jumped in and out of this stuff for a bit. And then I just got so bored of it. It's just like, this is bad. But I did hear a few things that were said. And hey, maybe with my randomness, I can catch them. But he's using his filters again. Let's do a little forward here.
Oh.
Also, extremely rude to be eating while you're doing a stream. Okay, I'd rather... And I have starved myself to properly do a show than to do this bullshit that is to insult your viewers. Even on my Too Many Chefs show. That show is a dangerous show because you will get fucking hungry listening to what I have to say and seeing the images that I present. But I'm not there eating food, sounding all disgusting to the people. All right,
Wow.
Speed it up here. All right, Wesley Crusher. Engage 1.5 times speed. It's more like a pirate Picard. Regardless. All right, you play your piano, yeah.
This would be possible. Second City saying, why do you insist I delete my channel? Please explain to me.
Remember I talked about Second City the other day? Interesting. Seems to be that some people are paying a little bit too much attention to what I'm saying. Also, Ken, get your ass on here. We need you here.
Yes, the Grouch. A new era has arrived, and YR has sold out. He has.
No. YR bought in. Woo!
Welcome, Robert Lee.
Okay, cool.
For money. Yes, for money. Money is never the key to power.
The chat is littered with this trash. And oh, look at that. Alan Quills coming out with his regular account. Look at you, all prim and proper, feeling so proud. Be able to walk like the cock. This is pathetic.
Loyalty and respect is, and you guys know that. And I always appreciated every single one of my viewers from the bottom.
Dude, you're flipping your wrists like you're making stir fry. Come on. It's just you're probably a bigger flip flopper than Bullfrog, I'd have to say. Like you're clamoring for that adulation. Like you are truly, I guess, a testament to your artistic faggotry self, I guess. How else do I say this? Because, and I've known a lot of artists in the past, and not just people who have singing and that's questionable in the first part, but ability to play the piano and stuff. But you're so desperate for the ability to be featured and stuff, to be the center of attention, that it is your downfall. But let's continue.
Bottom of my heart. And this will be a new era, folks. I have to say, this will be a new era, Mark.
You are certainly no orator, and, well, especially compared to me. But who are you trying to inspire? You're not JFK here, okay? You're not inspiring anybody.
My words, because now I have the keys to the car.
Well, I have the keys to the fucking city.
Jacob RP says do a show without voices or filters and press us. You've got it, Jacob RP. I will.
Jacob RP, typical Latino, typical turncoat, wetback, mestizo, whatever you want to call him. He's typical, going to every channel, We hear that Danny Ante, he say, he's can go on all the different channel, but it's Jacob RP that we see in every different channel. We do. We see him right here. We hear him right here.
I can promise you that. This was not my plan today. Hi, Barry Square says, imagine banning your only entertaining person. What a dipshit move.
Hold on, let's hear that again.
I will. I can promise you that. This was not my plan.
Also, you're not Batman. Okay, so this whole, let's use the voice changer and let's just use this fucking filter for the face, makes you look like a skeleton and stuff. You're not Christian Bale. Okay, you're not Batman. You're not making yourself sound cooler and stuff. We know that you sound like you're constantly breathing in helium. So please just stop with this pretension.
Man, today. Hi, Barry Square says, imagine banning your only entertaining person. What a dipshit move.
Well, actually, there's a lot of people that find Keith entertaining. Strangely, there's a lot of people that find Bullfrog entertaining when he behaves himself. There's even fucking Jacob RP. He was even behaving himself the other day, and there wasn't really much of a deal. If he wasn't so stupid, he might fucking realize when to talk and when to fucking keep his mestizo mouth shut. But, he's not as detrimental to the entire product as Tony is. Because Tony, like I've said the other day, there's a difference between me and Tony. I might be arrogant, but this guy is fucking egotistical. So I know where I'm coming from. I'm self-aware, but he's not. And, I do play it up as well. But I also think it's somewhat earned. He thinks that in his limited life, he is owed such respect that he can't even fucking show respect to others, that it obviously blows the mind of anyone with any common sense, but it's really a case of some straight up massive egotism.
Well, now the time has come.
Oh, I just got word from a sparrow identifying, because we do love to play these games, where we actually have a sort of document, I guess, if you want to call it that, where we're tracking who's changing their names to what. So we have a progression. We have like dates and names as they change, and we see sort of consistency and so forth, but we know it's the same channel because we can go right back to it, just the names change and so forth, and plus it's in our block list and stuff. So there's a lot of people in this list that I'm seeing here, I should say, the chat of Tony's video, where they coincide exactly with the previous people we confirmed them to be, which means that although you might know them as, say, Shid publicly, well, they're trying to pretend that there's somebody else by using the account Happy Hollow Wiener. And you thought that we wouldn't know? I mean, I am the master of the docs boxes, man. I'm now on Docsbox 853. I've got a whole factory filled. Not only do they mine Bitcoin, but they also dox everyone around the world, man.
It is a new era. It is a new time, and I am starting this journey with all of you, every single one of you. And there's going to be some really fun things that I plan, guys. Some really fun things that I plan. I have to tell you.
But you're not telling anybody. You're just saying fun things. When I've announced plans, I've laid it out. I've said this. Stay tuned. Come on.
I will plan many great...
We're on 1.5 times speed. You can't be any slower than this now.
adventures, many fun things. Donations will be open as soon as I can get them up and running. Streamlabs.
What a greedy motherfucker. Like, first of all, what about your windshield payments? Aren't you fucking, like, what's the big company in America that does, like, commercials for replacement of windshields? Like, are you a spokesman for that? Like, look, man, I don't whore myself out anywhere close where I should do, I should say. And I appreciate everyone that has donated to me, but I could easily be just inundating you. I could be pulling, a Cronin or a fucking Sean's View and just like every 4 minutes reminding you, hey, you can donate here. Blah, 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 blah. No. And even before I started even advertising this, I wasn't even, people kept saying, oh, you got to do a Streamlabs. I'm like, yeah, no. And eventually I got sort of strong-armed. Yeah, people could strong-arm Dave Rose to actually set this up so people could donate. But before it was just like, I just got to do this. There's no, my interest is really in doing what's right, getting the truth out and speaking my mind and having some fun while we're at it. But straight up admitting from the get-go when you make this video that that's what you're going for, that you're looking for donations or that you're prepping for donations, what does that say about your content?
I will have 2 to 3 donations, $1 or $2, and maybe a $5 donation that reads off when you guys want to donate. So you all have a voice along with me, because I will make it important that the viewer's voice is heard. Yes.
You know how I make people's views heard? I say the following: Skype lines are open. See how that works?
All the viewers. The ones who put their blood, sweat, and tears. The ones who fought hard in battle.
You are certainly no orator as I am, Tony. Just thinking about you is dumbing me down. But I have enough neurons to compensate. But god damn it, man. Must you steal everything from others? Is your vocabulary so limited where you are incapable of speaking like a civilized individual? And no, that's not Dave Rose trying to sound smart. That is Dave Rose in real life. Yes, I might be boring, but I certainly ain't retarded. I'm going to have to forward through some of this shit.
We had an emergency.
Had emergency.
Emergency. Sorry, guys. Wow, that was a close one, bro. Holy moly. All right, so I got an error from YouTube that I'm not receiving. I'm maintaining a smooth stream, so this is why we're testing some shit out here. I got to go to the playback to see what happened. My monitor actually just fell, bro.
That's hilarious. But you know what I would do? I would make an unlisted video. I would share it with my friends. I don't know if you have any of those, but they would be able to be on the call and help me troubleshoot any of the settings that needed to be adjusted. And as such, it allowed me to go live without any of these complications and making yourself look like a douche.
My monitor almost just fell. So I'm just going to test.
You know what works for me? Arms. Monitor arms. I have two. Still have to hook up the second monitor to my computer. That will hopefully keep me less distracted as I do Friday Night Fire, where I can have both the chat as well as a web browser open, so I can be researching other things or bringing up other things. So hopefully coming to a theater near you.
So hold on. Oh, you guys seen it? Look at it real time. I'm fucking watching it back. Look at my monitor fall, bro. Holy shit. Yo, you guys see that? Yo, you guys see that? That was crazy, bro. My fucking monitor fell. Like, I was just playing so hard, my fucking monitor fell.
I got to point this out to everyone listening right now is that let's take a look at this. So we have many people. I'm not going to name them right now. Well, actually, you know what? Type 1 in the chat if you want me to name them. Type 2 if you don't. There we go. But these individuals are basically, they're on a certain chat, for example. So say, for example, they're on Ken's chat. And they start shit, and they get banned. And then they somehow get onto my channel, and they get banned. And obviously, sub-only mode comes into play and prevents them from doing this sort of shit. And then they go on somebody else's channel, and they get banned. And then they keep getting relegated. So they keep going to, what's the best word to use for this? But the crap channels. The crap channels. So, for example, when YR was going against me, all these fucking trolls went to YR's channel. Then YR smartened up, and they got removed from that channel. Where did they go? They go to, they were on, what's it called, Sean's View channel at the same time sort of thing. But YR swears off that, and they're still on, Sean's View channel. But, no, now they're off Sean's View channel and such. There's a little more enforcement there. Now they're going to fucking Tony from Revia's channel. And I can't remember who else it was that they ended up going to, but hold on, let me just check my files here. Believe Danny MT's, Horsey Sauce, there's another account that I've got to find here. But yeah, you see what I'm saying. Oh, even Simo. But there's still another account I'm forgetting about. But yeah, Simo. Yeah, you see these people that they just don't get a chance to fucking make an impact, and anytime they try to show up, they get destroyed, and they have less and less power every time. And what happens? They get relegated to the darker and darker and darker corners of the internet where there's nobody watching, nobody gives a shit. There's no fucking clout there because that's what they're chasing. And they can't do shit. They've got no power other than to try to start some sort of drama, start some sort of problem, but they still can't do shit. And nobody knows them. Nobody knows what the issue is. And in the end, well, you haven't seen the strength that we've demonstrated on this side of the pond than you have from any side of the pond that these trolls have tried to come back at us from. So as such, very clear that they are truly powerless, and this is what enrages them. They are incapable of accepting that they've lost. And, well, these sorts of obsessions will lead to a shortened lifespan, probably a heart attack, especially if they take one or two of these shots, the jabs. And, hey, I mean, that's not my problem. We're the ones who aren't reacting here. And when we do, it is in jest and totally laughing at your misfortune. But you guys are the ones that are trying to talk shit, and you don't get any traction. And yet we got, I think, at 1.60 some odd viewers here today. We got 58 right now. Clearly somebody's interested in this sort of thing. So you can't really talk too much shit now, can you? So let's see. We got a few votes for who's been talking. So I'm going to write this in the chat. Hold on a second here. Because then it will allow me to remember as I continue to discuss the matter. And I do recommend that if I am forgetting somebody, that they please let me know so that I can include them on this sort of thing. Oh, who else was it? I always... I always seem to forget one of the names. Yeah, I'll just put these right now. There we go. So I got Shid, Alan Quills, Tab, and SC Steve. I'm missing at least one name, if not two. There's these names that, you know, are one syllable, and I'm forgetting somebody. I can't remember who it was. Shid, Tab, somebody's got to be able to remind me of this, because I've told multiple people, and I'm sure that somebody's going to be able to remember. But the bigger thing is that these people showed support for me in the past, and then and I noticed this, that they supported me while I was going up against He Who Shan't Be Named, but then as soon as I went up against YR, because YR was, you know, declaring the drama war, and I took him up on his offer, that all these people just went up against me. They just fucking started to make all these videos, show up on shows, talk shit about me. And it's just like, but you were just literally supporting me and stuff. And it's because I just decided to not take shit from YR, who'd done shit in the past. That's when you choose to go against me? So it was very odd, and these people like just keep doubling down and doubling down, but these are the people that have been relegated. Yig, thank you. Thank you, Irish Dave. Thank you, Ghost of Tommy's Barber. There we go. That's another of... So let me update the list, and I'll write it again, because I always go back and do a little quality assurance on my shows and remind myself of things that must be said. So, Shid, then comes Yig, then comes Tab, actually, because we're going to keep all the monosyllabic names together. Then Alan Quills, then SC Steve. Oh, and obviously Simo. And I forgot about that. So actually, Simo goes earlier. Simo would actually come right after Tab, because he's quite active. Alan Quill's still quite active, and then SC Steve, who's not that active but still likes to fuck around. So, thank you so much, people, for reminding me about that. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I was correct. 6. Which is, the mark of the devil, and it makes perfect sense. So these individuals clearly are showing their satanic preference, and God will strike them down. Shout out to the 65 viewers. And, 20 thumbs up and 26 thumbs down. Well, if it was even lower, I might just commit suicide. But, right now, that's a good ratio. So, unlike what all the trolls want, I'll remain alive. And as I remind you, Skype lines are open. Surprised Kenny Boy still hasn't called in. What you doing, Kenny? I want to hear your thoughts on what was said, because there's a few things directed to you by Mr. Danny MT. And anybody else that wants to call in, I'd always take your call. Surprised nobody has actually called in. I did start a little later, thinking that maybe that would allow for that little interaction with the audience. Not something that I'm sure that Danny could endure, because, as he said during his videos, they were pre-recorded, and I'm not too sure he could handle the debate, but who knows? Oh! We've got Latino Heat calling in, who actually, and I haven't even come close to reviewing it, because I forgot because Tony is inconsequential, and such I forgot totally about him. He actually had a few things of shit to say about you, but let's start off with what you've got to say.
Oh, it brings me pleasure to hear it. I'm glad that
I don't know the timestamp and stuff, but basically he was a little perturbed at the fact that you brought him up on Ken's show, and that you called him out for his fucking stupid bullshit. He was quite perturbed,
and
actually.
I removed him from chat too, so there's that.
Yes, I believe that was also an item of contention that was raised on that episode.
And, I look at it this way. I would hope that Ken trusts my judgment in that regard when I did do that, because of the fact he was getting a little uppity and stuff. Plus, it brought some revenue to the show, because being that he couldn't chat, he had to go ahead, and do donations to try to get his point across, which nobody gave a fuck about anyway. But I digress.
Well,
but yeah, I'm happy to hear that he was bitching about me. I feel proud. I feel honored.
Well, that's the worst thing for these people, because they get triggered and then they try to attack, thinking that their attack is going to hide how they actually feel. And when it's revealed that it didn't do shit for them, they get even more enraged. And I love that, personally.
Me too. I relish it. I get off on that shit. Hate me all you fucking want. I don't give a shit, because you're insignificant to me. Tony, you and your voice changing bullshit. That's the most annoying thing. You're going to have a fucking show of your own, and you're going to do that? Yeah, you're going to get fucking donations. You're going to get donations probably saying commit suicide and shit like that. And it's going to be the lowest fucking denomination one that you will allow. Fucking asshole. He's such a dick. And so fucking arrogant. Oh my god, dude. When he said,
No.
You're committing character.
I'm arrogant. He's entitled. There's a big difference. I have right to be arrogant because I can prove what I know. He just thinks that he's entitled to be treated like a princess at every fucking turn. You can't even question him. No, you can question me, no problem. I'll fucking beat you down with fucking logic. But no, the difference with him is that he's a princess. You can't even fucking touch him.
No, but it's just hilarious how he said I character assassinated him. Oh my fucking god, what a drama queen.
Yeah, and then
because
he actually questioned that that proposition that you said that he was trying to do that to me. He's like, "Oh, no, that's not what I was doing." Blah 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 blah.
Said that I was character assassinating him because he had a poll on a show, the Tony show, in which it said, who do you hate more, SE Steve or him. I could have I read, who do you like more, SE Steve or Tony? That's what I could have sworn I saw. And then I said, it seems pretty odd that if you really were, if you really made it where it was supposed to be who do you hate more, why'd you let it go an hour like you were hoping that your name would have caught up percentage-wise to the point where you would have won the like, which I still say is what it said, because SE Steve's number was so fucking high and his was so low. I would like, a poll usually 3 minutes at the most that people put it up for. He had that shit up for the whole show. So that was very suspicious to me.
Indeed, but
They'll say he had a who do you like more, and everybody was saying SC Steve, and he couldn't take that shit.
yeah, there was I think multiple polls that he tried to get run, and every time he did, they would show that SC Steve or somebody else was more popular than him.
He just doesn't get it. I don't know why he thinks people love him. There's a minute number of people that like him, or they say that just to fucking be annoying. I don't know what the hell's going on, but he's so fucking stupid. God, he's stupid. Oh God, I hope he goes through another fucking windshield. Maybe it'll rattle something in his head, and I don't know. Or he could just die, but
it's not going to do that. He's got the trolls now supporting him because they've been relegated there, and he's gonna think that all these people actually like him, but they're only there because they've got nowhere else to go. So that's where they're going to be talking shit about all of us. And, yeah, it's not going to change anything. Tony is relegated to the corners, the dirty, dark corners of the internet.
I'd hope that he would compare me to you. I would fucking be so happy if you said, that's a Dave Rose clone. Fuck you then. I'd rather be a Dave Rose clone than a fucking retard like you. So I hope he goes that route too. I'd be more than honored. But yeah, what was it that he was basically saying besides the character assassination shit? What was he calling me a fag? Because oh God, he called me a fag. Oh, an old man. What did he say? Do you remember?
He was just mad that you had the gall to actually reproach him when it came to any statement that he said. So. It's just the typical Tony where how dare you even respond to me? I'm guiltless, I'm infallible, and you can't say I can say stuff about you, but you can't say stuff about me. So that's just how it works.
Boston bitch. That's what he is, a Boston bitch. He's my bitch. Let's put it that way. Because I fucking went and timed them out a couple of times, and I said, nah, I had enough. Goodbye. Fuck them.
But to be honest, although I'm not even, I'm only 26 minutes into this 3 hour and 33 minute video. I didn't plan to cover the entire thing, but I'm already bored. I'm already bored just fucking covering Tony and stuff. I was planning to cover more, but Tony is he's boring. I mean, so I'm gonna have to wrap this up.
Let me ask you what because this happened on the Wire show, I'm assuming.
No, this is Tony. Tony got banned from Wire show permanently. I think it was Bolsey who donated $400 or somebody else did, and Tony is now gone permanently from Wire show. And Tony sort of acted like he relished it, blah blah blah. And then he immediately went to his channel and did this stream.
You see that shit though? All this bullshit about he didn't want to fucking do any channel or whatever the fuck, and now because he's banned for pretty much everywhere.
That's exactly the point, is that now he has no other option but to do this.
What a motherfucker. And you called him out on it. That's the funny shit. And you called him out on it, what, like a month and a half ago or so? Oh my God.
Many have. Many have.
Yeah, but you were the first one to say that shit. And he was denying it till the end. Oh, that's hilarious. You fucking caught another one. I love it, man. See, people are the trolls out there, and you bitch about Dave not knowing what the fuck he's talking about. Yeah, guess again. Dave wins again.
But hey, I just thought I'd go live tonight just to cover some of the Danny MT stuff because kind of hoping that we get a little no hard feelings from Ken and the crew. And
I missed out on because I just turned into the show like 15 minutes ago. I tuned in.
no, I'm just hoping to coax the Ken and the crew to talk about this because they were both all of them really talked about it, and we usually get gifted with a no hard feelings on a Monday, but who knows? Maybe we will. I wanted to cover this before it got deleted potentially because the previous Kike-tacular stream by Danny has been removed and deleted. So, apart from Ken, me, and Nikki from actually reviewing it, there's no trace of this stuff. So it's important that this at least be documented.
But I believe there is. YouTube does not allow anything to be permanently deleted.
No, well,
yeah, there is.
You bring the right type of fucking subpoena, and of course they're going to restore it. But the point is that, they can delete it from their channel. They can private it or delete it. It can be restored. But if they delete it on their channel, you're not going to, it's still going to remain unavailable unless you get law enforcement involved. But as soon as you can review it, well, it doesn't matter about it being deleted because now it's on record. And he was complaining about people like Kike Nines, he clips out things. I was like, no, I'm not clipping out anything. I'm playing this whole thing in its entirety. And I'm just pausing at every point just to make a comment and then to continue. So that is, and you could literally cut me out. You could take that whole recording, cut me out talking, and then you just get the original recording. I'm not talking over the actual recording. I pause it every time that I want to discuss what's being said. And you could literally reconstruct the entire recording that he deleted, supposedly.
Yeah, that's why I like when you do your stuff because it's documented. And you're not deleting it because you don't have to.
I pick it apart like a vulture, like a condor, actually. Seeing as I was born in the southern hemisphere, and condors are truly some amazing vultures. Birds of prey, I should say. The vultures are much smaller, but
if that fucker's actually a fighter, an MMA fighter or whatever of you, I hope someone gets a hold of the shit that he said so that they can cancel that bitch's ass out because there's no place for that. What he did, there's no place, especially when the guy is not even Jewish and he just has this hatred that he went that route and it made no sense. It's just he had to freaking go the Jewish racial route and it amazed me because he's not Jewish. And he knows that. He has to have known that.
Well, I don't even know anymore. I mean, but I'm not a psychologist, and I certainly don't want to be one. It's, I can understand human psychology, but I don't want to be a nurse, and I don't want to have to, take care of other people or have to watch out for what they're doing. It's like, I hold you legally responsible. If you don't hold yourself responsible, then, well, that's not my problem.
No, but point it out because some of us missed that shit. So I'm glad you pointed out and you bring it up because it's important because I want to know the type of people in our community and I don't want somebody like that in the community. He's somebody like that's not welcome. I mean, that's disgusting. That's ridiculous. See, somebody calls me a spick, I don't give a shit.
But you can't. Yeah, well, they seem to think that it actually affects people, but no, not mature people.
But that's the thing. It wasn't even so much an attack specifically against him. To me, I read it as an attack on all Jews, and that's what pissed me off. That's what I didn't like. If it was him just going at who was it? It was not Nicky Nuttons. It was oh god, who was it that he was saying that to? I forget the name he goes by for a moment. I'm sorry, I'm flustered. Who was the other one that Nicky Nines does a podcast with? Or was it Nicky Nines that he said it to?
Mars Mira?
Mars Mira, yeah. If it wasn't a personal attack, then Mars Mira, I'm sure, would be like, fuck yourself, whatever. But again, like I said, he made it a whole racial thing. And like how what's his face, the one that should not, will not be named, used to do as well. Which I hope. Speaking of him, I hope everything is going well if he is actually doing the whole detox stuff and all that. I hope if he's doing it, that he's following through, because that's a serious subject on its own. You can hate the guy, but shit like that, you got to feel a little bad for, and at least hope that the person pulls through. At least I do. I mean,
All right. Well, you know what? I think we're going to call it a wrap.
Yeah. Thank you for taking my call. Like I said, I mean, it brought me a great deal of pleasure. I just came back not that long ago from taking my family out to eat. So I was glad to hear that I made an impression on Tony. That's great.
Yeah.
Thanks
Seems to
for taking
be.
my call.
All right. Thanks again for
right.
calling in. There goes Latino Heat. And yes, I think we're going to call it a night. But thank you all for joining us here. And I'm sure we'll see you back here at the diner at some point in the future, because, as we know, Dave Rose seems to have a way to ruffle feathers. And, well, I'm your huckleberry. So, there we go. Regardless, I thought this would go longer. I'd review other things, but nah. I'm not feeling it. Too much Tony. It's too much Tony. And it's boring. So, I hope you guys have a great night. Hope you enjoyed the meal. And I shall see you next time.